Welcome to the She Shed. Come and join the She Shed, yeah. Come and join the She Shed. Welcome to the She Shed, yeah. Welcome to the She Shed. Come and join the She Shed, yeah. Welcome to the She Shed. Come and join the 4 black queens united as one. She shed the tea, food for thought, encouragement to be free. Share the struggles of a superwoman, get the cheat codes of life. Letting all the ladies know you're not alone in this fight. There's growth, struggles, beauty, the hustle, fitness, weakness. We all go through with this. Yeah, queen, you're not alone. Every tear that you cry is every reason you're strong.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the She Shed Talks. We are coming to you with a great show today. If you missed last week's show, make sure you go back into our episodes and check us out. We're the livest show on Live on Purpose, and I'm with my sisters, and we're going to be talking about black women and entrepreneurship today. So I hope you're ready. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Absolutely. We are all proud, strong women, and we are here to tell our stories in the hopes that maybe our experiences will enlighten you and your load won't be as heavy. That's all we're here to do. So anyway, let's just get right into it. Being a black woman and making the decision to be an entrepreneur is a heavy one because, of course, you got your family, your friends, and they all say, go get that check every 2 weeks to make sure you get guaranteed money. And nobody believes in your vision like you do. And so I'm just going to say that it took me a long time to just go ahead and step out on faith and realize that, you know, I had talent and I was giving it all to people who were making 10 times what I was making, probably more for what I was doing for them. And so it was time to do it for me. And so I've been doing that for a while, and I'll tell a little bit more of my story, but I know you ladies are also into entrepreneurship. Tell us about your story. I especially want to start in the middle because I know in the middle, right? Because listen, y'all, Taya had, I will just put it out there, Taya had the definition of a good job. You know, they say get a good job, go to school, graduate, and then get you a good job. And you walked away from that. Tell us about that journey.
Oh, yes, I did. You know, I did what everybody said I was supposed to do when I graduated high school. I didn't really want to go to college, but my dad said, go to college, you get out. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to college. College it is. So I went to college. I did what came easy to me, which was technology. So when I got my bachelor's degree, it was in technology. And I also made sure that when I was going through school, the classes that I was taking were also counting for other degrees. So when I came out with my bachelor's degrees, I also had 2 associates, and then when I got my good old government job, of course they paid for further education,
right,
which is why I kept going on, and I also have a master's in technology. So I was doing everything that everybody told me I should do, you know. I got married, bought a house, had that good job, had a picket fence, had a dog, didn't have any kids, but I was going along with that American way, that American dream, but it just wasn't my dream. And even though I had a great government job that I was, you know, making 6 figures, I felt like a bird in a cage, kind of. I didn't feel like I was doing all of what I could have been doing or what I should have been doing. Grateful for the experience. I always was grateful to God and the universe for just allowing me to be in a place where I could get skills behind me. You know, I did websites for the Pentagon. You know, I did some really good things when I was with them. It just did not feel like it was for me. The best part for me for the government was when they sent me to work for United Way. I felt like that was a humbling experience because you get to see people who are hurting. You know, I grew up upper middle class, so it was like I didn't realize that there was so much hardship in my own backyard. So that was a very humbling experience. But I did well with it. I raised $675,000 for charities, got honored at the White House. So that was my government experience. But I just decided to walk away from that. And everybody was looking at me like, your good old government job, your good old paycheck coming in, you got a house, you got all these responsibilities. And I was just like, I just trusted the universe. And I've been away from my government job since September 2017, and I've still been able to travel. I've still been eating good, you know. I've still been living my life. And I did that as saying, you know, I just want to trust the universe to supply all my needs. And going out and doing entrepreneurship, for me, it's network marketing. I've always been a network marketer. I found a great company that I love, and it loves me. I've been able to lose 90 pounds, so I released 90 pounds, I released my government job, I released all things that were causing me stress.
Oh, that's good.
But when people look at you and they say, oh, you have it all together, you have it made, you have everything, you have what people are trying to get, but it just was not for me. And I feel like when you know what's not for you, even if you don't know what is for you, if you know what's not for you, you're on the right path. So that's what I found thus far. I do other things here and there in addition to network marketing. I just got a job teaching at the Ohio Media School, which for me, thank you. For me, I've always wanted to pour back into people that, you know, especially want to go down the same path that I'm traveling. So I find that will be a good addition to what I want to do in modeling and acting and things of that nature. So for me, yes, being an entrepreneur, it takes courage, it takes strength, it takes that fortitude to get up every single day and bust through barriers that people say you can't get through.
Absolutely.
So I feel like instead of us, you know, breaking that glass ceiling, we got to shatter it.
Yeah.
We got to shatter it so that it's not even there anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, you know, all through my work, I've been working since I was 14, and I'm 41. And so,
I didn't question.
yeah, I've been working a long time, you know, and I've always been extra great at whatever was put in front of me. I always excelled. I've always been in management, and I've always been in management to help people. But there's still that thing on the inside that's like nagging at you. That's like, this is cool and all, but this is not what was meant for you. And the more you ignore that, the more you become bored or unfulfilled. And the money's fine, and the stability is fine. But I think that you can find stability in what you love. It was written, right? Your gifts will make room for you. And so I feel like there's a lot of people that struggle with it. And people say, well, you know, everybody wasn't meant to be an entrepreneur. And I get that, but at the same time, there was something written for you before you even came here to this earth. And it wasn't working for Mr. Smith or whomever and making him millions of dollars. It was written for you to make room for you and to make room for your family. And so I think that a lot of us get caught up in that good check, get an education. I'm all about that. But then that check can stop, and I'm a witness to that because, you know, after going through breast cancer last year and not being able to come back when they said I should come back, they fired me, wrongful termination, and didn't care. It was like, well, you know, you can't come back this week, so yeah, don't come back. And I mean, I was making good money. But I was the only black manager. I was the only black female manager. You know what I mean? And so a lot of things played into it. But at the same time, I know that was God saying, quit playing at being an entrepreneur. Stop playing at it. You're good at you're good at coaching other people with businesses. That's what you do, and make these people millions of dollars. Go make it for yourself. You know, and it's a leap of faith, and everybody always talks about that leap. But man, when you it's not gonna be easy. I won't lie. It won't be easy. Nothing worth having is just gonna come to you easy. I've seen people get things handed to them and they just squander it away. You know, so it's man, because you are in control of everything, of paying every bill, of eating every meal. You're in control of that. And so, I mean, I encourage people to do it, but I also encourage people to realize that a leap of faith might be a small leap. You might have to stay at your job while you start your leap. You might have to do different things before you get there. You know what I mean? And you having a nonprofit, I know that can't be easy.
It's not easy at all. It's probably the hardest thing because it's hard to ask people for donations. People don't want to give something that they're not going through, or they don't know someone that's going through it. So my organization is called Heart to Hand Shoebox Ministries. Myself and my granddaughter, we started the organization about 6 years ago, just going downtown and feeding the homeless. God stretched it from there. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. It wasn't something that she wanted to do, but it was God's purpose for my life. I've always been into giving. I've always been into helping. And so God said, I'm going to put you in your purpose that you can do that. And I remember when I told my sister in California, I don't want to do this. It's too hard. It's too hard to ask people for donations. It's too hard to do it. She said, God is not going to give you the vision, not to give you the provision. So everything that I do, it's God's doing. Everything is done out of my pocket because God allowed me to get the provision to do so. So, you know, we have been doing it for 6 years strong, and it's growing every year. We have now partnered with Toys for Tots, and, you know, we do pizza in the park every year, and that's an event that we have. We go to the park and we get pizzas, and if people just bring one thing, I don't care if it's a $1 toothbrush, they get a piece of pizza, a water, and a snack, and it's giving back to those who help us, because at the end of the day, giving to those in need, all of us, it takes hands to do it. I can't do it by myself, you know, and even though I'm not an entrepreneur, God has put me in a predicament. He has put me in a purpose that I have grown to love. You know, I still work my 9 to 5, you know, and God said, I put you in that as well. I took you away from this over here, and I put you right here because you know what? There's people in this hospital that need you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you got to be confident in what's in front of you. You got to be confident, and you got to be willing to take that step because it's hard. And I know that, so having a business partner and a relationship at the same time, because listen, and the reason why I say that is because, you know, it's hard enough being a boss and being able to find somebody to accept you in that position, because, you know, a lot of times it scares men away, and they don't know how to deal with somebody who's just you know, a boss lady. But then also to be in partnership with them in that business. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh Lord, let me take a sip. It's funny you say that because it is very difficult. One thing about partnership and relationship is that you're always on. You know, we're always in a relationship, and we're always business partners. So say you and I were business partners and we have a disagreement. Well, now you go home, and then I go home. You know? So when we get back to work tomorrow, we might revisit it, or maybe not, and we might be in a calmer state of mind the next day. But you can go home with that thing and wake up with it too. Like at last night.
And I know you did. So it doesn't stop.
It never stops, you know. And so one thing I have learned is to get over things quick over it. Because we have to be, because we are on all the time. So I can't hold on to something forever. And we have to figure out a good time to discuss things. You know, timing is everything. So have a good time to discuss, you just made me mad, and this is why.
And then having children.
Then we got 3 children together.
Man.
And his oldest are not, we don't have any children together. So then on top of all of that, we also have to deal with, you know, the baby daddy, the baby mama, and then being a blended family. So it's a lot. It can be a lot. So actually, in a couple of weeks, so, and that was just my father that just came in, you know, so you guys have met almost my whole family. This is my life now. And so we actually are going to get together with 3 other couples. And we're going to actually talk about being business partners and relationships.
I love that.
Because it is something that we're dealing with, and you don't hear about it very often, you know. So I want to encourage, I want to empower couples. I want to be empowered by other couples. And I want us to find ways to make these things work. You know, and even just as a Christian, the devil hates unity. He hates family. You know what I mean? Always, you know, bringing something. So one thing that my boyfriend and I always said at the very beginning is to guard the gate. You know, we are the gate. And when we stay strong, nobody, no other baby daddy, baby mama, kids, you know, no one should be able to penetrate what we have. You know, so we try.
When we come back, and she shared, the sister's going to continue to talk about Black women and entrepreneurship. We got a few things I want to talk about when it comes to support. So we'll be back in just a second.
Hello everybody, how you doing today? My name's John. Have you ever figured out how to get your laundry done in a fast and easy way? Well, I have. It's called Dash and Press. And here's the reason why. Come here! He's always getting my clothes dirty with his muddy paws and his slobbery mouth. DashandPressLS.com.
Welcome to the She Shed. Come and join the She Shed, yeah. Come and join the She Shed. Welcome to the She Shed, yeah.
Hey everybody, we're back. Don't forget to check us out every last Thursday of the month on our YouTube channel, Purpose Speaks. So we're back. It's the She Shed, and we're talking about black women in entrepreneurship. And you know what? We live in Cleveland, crab in a barrel mentality, Cleveland. And I just want to talk about what the level of support has been in you guys' journey in entrepreneurship. Anybody, just get out there and talk about it.
It hasn't.
It hasn't been there.
I can honestly say it hasn't. I live in Garfield. Garfield is a suburb of Cleveland. Very high maintenance. They don't think they have any issues, and they don't think they have to help anyone. You know, why should I help if I don't have these issues? And that's an issue in all itself. Like I said before, people don't think I'm not homeless. I don't need anything until it's time for them to need something, you know, and I just have an issue with that. You know, you should never have to need in order to give to someone in need, because at the end of the day, that could be your family member. 2 years from then, it can be you. You know, so we have a big issue with people thinking that they don't need to help because it's not them.
Yeah. Coming from the entertainment side, because I've always done things like open mic, I've managed bands, did things like that. People don't support their own. Now, if somebody from Atlanta comes up here, sold out, everybody's there, you know, or they find one person and give everything to that one person, and they all get behind that one person. When they're the thing of it is Cleveland is chock full of talent. Like talent business-wise, talent as far as entertainment, all around, you know, but unfortunately we have to go somewhere else, I found, to even get acknowledged. Then we come back and they're like, oh, hey. And I see the blessing with your business and people coming in.
But you know what? That's something that I had to really pray about and let go, because we do have amazing support, but most of it is either from, like, my business partner owned the club before, so it'd be repeat. We've sold wine since 2009, so it's more a lot of those followers. But some of my family and friends still ain't been here. But they'll invite me to come, like, hey girl, you want to go to dinner?
And be mad if you don't show up or you can't go.
And I'm like, wait a minute, you haven't stepped one foot into my establishment.
Yeah.
So or I had somebody say, hey, I want to come and DJ at your spot. Do you know what it looks like?
Right.
Hey, can I come and film at your spot? But you never even been in. Yeah. And I had to let it go, because I figured that what God has for us is for us.
Yeah.
You know, and instead of really focusing on my family and friends, we need to focus on our target market, which wine drinkers and cigar smokers. You know, and when you do that and you set your focus on that, your business will grow. Because now you're not bitter or upset or why you not coming. You just, and I'll see somebody and I say, hey girl, how you doing? How was your birthday party? And such and such. Right. When it could have been at my spot. You know, you wonder why I ain't coming. And I can feel good about that and really not like hold on to that. And our business has been growing.
I think that you have to find that peace in yourself. And first of all, you gotta know that what you're doing is the bomb. And just because you don't want to be a part of it, that's your loss. Because I got it going on. You know, and then I also have to, because I get discouraged when I hold things and it's, you know, 5 people there or it's 2 people there. And I really have to take a step back and say, you know what, these 5 people were supposed to be. And those 5 people probably might support and be more amazing than anybody else would have been.
Don't despise today's a small beginning. You just can't. You know, because God always has something bigger in store.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I think you said something very important. Like for me, since I am in network marketing, that's more online. And I know a lot of people will come through and they will get so discouraged when their family and their friends don't support them. But one thing you quickly have to learn is it is riches in those niches. So like instead of you expecting like the vast majority of people to support you, you said something very important. You're like, well, I have to focus on people who drink wine and buy cigars. Figure out your target market. For me, it's like in my business, I focus down on people who want to lose weight. I'm not just talking about weight loss on Jenny Craig, weight loss on the Weight Watchers. I'm looking for women who want to lose weight and who are familiar with keto. So I can't get mad at everybody who's not going to support me once I focus in on who God called me to focus on, and know that you have to figure out who your tribe is. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So everybody ain't for you. Everybody is not going to support you. And when you have that in your heart and in your spirit and you're okay with it, then God will just pour out so many blessings for you.
I think it's all about growth. I think it's about, because an entrepreneurial journey is not just about, okay, I'm in business. You know, it's a lot of personal growth. It's a lot of dealing with, and we talked about in our last show, the acknowledgement of who we are today and all the different things that came to make us who we are. When you start to acknowledge those things and embrace those things and love who you are wholly, then you know that wholly entrepreneurship is a part of you. So if today you might not sell anything, maybe this week you might not sell anything, but just know that in the next couple of weeks it's gonna come if you just stay steady and keep pushing forward. You know?
And one thing that I love about, I know we both still work our 9 to 5s, you know, but hearing your story, and I still work my 9 to 5, you know, as well as balance being a business owner, but a co-owner.
That's all right.
So it's been times that I've been like, I mean, it's still like I have 3 full-time jobs, you know, between this business, being a parent, and, you know, my 9 to 5. And it's like, it's a very big balancing act, but I have not felt the pull yet, you know, to quit my good government job. And I'm actually like, even when we have other businesses coming, and I said, at the time that they match, then, you know, the Lord either guide me one way or another.
You know what's going to happen is that it's not going to be a pull, a tug, or nothing. You're not going to have a choice because of the overflow. You're not going to have time for that 9 to 5.
I don't have time.
But the bank account going to match all of that. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going until, and that's the other thing. Like, don't let anybody pressure you into, oh, 9 to 5, you need to take a leap. You take a leap of your leap of faith, not somebody else's. It's up to you.
But when God wants to remove you, He will.
Without question. Without question.
Very uncomfortable. I knew it was past time. I was over ready to leave, but I just kept holding on to it, and then so God just turned the beat. Like, okay, you know, listen. And He made it so difficult for me to even be in that space.
Same thing. Exact same thing happened to me. I was sitting in a board meeting. I had the surgery, I had chemo, but still kept trying to go back to work because I know how it is to be black and be in management, and then you miss too many days, you out. So I was struggling, and I was in a board meeting, and I was looking, and I noticed how, like, so it's the owners, they would be there, and then it would be the management team. And I noticed how they would go around and say, do you have anything to each manager? I didn't have a choice. I had to have all my reports. They didn't say nothing. Nope, I don't have nothing to say. And I was so angry when I left there. And I said, you know what? And I met my friend, Michelle at Wasabi. And I couldn't stop talking about, I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. I'm going to make my doctor tell them I can't go back. And the doctor was like, you shouldn't even be at work anyway. And he signed the paper, and I felt in my spirit I would never go back there ever again. But then I was kind of mad, like, how y'all gonna fire me? Like, I'm supposed to fire y'all. But, you know, but at the same time,
but did you feel like this because you kind of didn't make that decision, that it was made for you?
Oh, yeah. because the money wasn't what I was used to. The disability check wasn't what I was used to. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back. And I was gonna go back. And they said, no, we fired you. So it was like, okay. I guess I don't have a choice. You know, because sometimes we're hard-headed. God tell you to do something, and we act like we listening, and then we like, well, but God, I got this deal, I got this thing. I want to go to Vegas. You know, so I need to, but you know what?
God made it he made it uncomfortable way before you got fired.
Oh yeah.
So when God is ready for you to move, he's gonna make that situation so uncomfortable, you're not gonna have a choice. Because you're not gonna want to stay there, because that's not where he wants you. What God has for you, he puts you in your purpose. When it's ready for you to go, God's gonna let you know, I'm gonna need you.
And like she said, it's so funny that, you know, with the government, most people who are retired, they've been here 30, 35 years. And that's just not our mindset. The millennials, you know, our generation, we like stay at a job. When I tell people I've been at the same job for 15 years, they're like, 15 years? Like, what are you doing there? You know? And I remember when I own the place by now. You know? And I remember when I started, I walked in, they said, you have 25 to 30 years. I was 22. So I'm like, you mean to tell me I have to work longer than I've been alive? You know? You know, so it's a different age now. A lot of things I appreciate about it, but you know, at the same time, I'm like, Lord, I'm just in your hands. I mean, your will. You know, work it out.
What would y'all tell those young ladies that's watching the She Shed show, that's thinking about it? Maybe they're in high school. You know, they don't. Some of them teach entrepreneurship in high school, but a lot of them don't. But they have that tug already, because think about it, some of us do have that tug very early.
I see it in my 9-year-old.
Yeah. What would y'all say to them?
Follow your heart, and don't listen to so many outside voices. Sometimes you gotta just shut out the noise and go within. And when you go within, you will never go without. That's one thing that I've learned. When you go within, you will never go a day without. And that's something that I wish I had learned previously. And when you get that urge to leave someplace, you don't have to continue to stay there because you think that you won't have money or you won't have food or anything. You have to go. And I know when I was getting ready to leave my job, God put it in living color. I'll never forget, I walked into work one day and I was in the middle of a government investigation. They pulled me into this padded room, people with guns and everything, and I'm like, well, I've never been in trouble a day in my life. And they set down this book, and then they printed it in color. It was so nice. It showed everything about my life, showed every vacation I was on, me sitting in the top of Sedona on top of the mountain, showed me taping other shows, showed me in all my commercials. They were just mad because I had a life. I was living my life outside of the 9 to 5. And they didn't want me there. They didn't want me being fabulous outside of the government world. So that was God showing me, you don't need to be here. And he showed me in beautiful, oh, your life is great. Why are you here? But even after that, I still was like, the ego in me. Sometimes we gotta let the, how dare they tell me I can't go on vacation on my vacation time. So it was just like the ego in me wanted to just stay and fight it. And finally, once I let all that stuff go, my life has been stress-free for the most part. Just by letting something go that I was holding on to, like the rope was digging in my hand, cutting. You don't have to go through so much pain just to prove who you are, or to prove who you are. That's just good. Sometimes let it go. Let it go.
That's so good.
I would definitely have to say, when you have a passion for something, most likely that's your purpose. But we have so much noise in our ear that we can't distinguish what's for us and what's not. Listen to what God has for you. He put that purpose in you for a reason. And once that purpose is led out into what God is about to do in your life, he's not going to let you go. What's for you was for you. He did not give you the purpose. He did not give you the vision not to provide for you. So don't be scared. You can't be scared to live out what God gave you.
And get you a few good sister girls like this here. And hotel, because once you tell them you want to do something, they're not going to let you alone. They're going to be like, you know that thing you told me about 2 months ago? What work have you done? Keep your circle tight and keep your circle, you know, ask God should the people that's in your circle be in your circle. Ask him to cover that as well, so that in every aspect of your life you are achieving the purpose and the plan for your life.
Definitely.
Y'all, it was another good show. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you following us on Twitter and Instagram, the She Shed Talks. Love y'all. I can't wait to see y'all next Thursday.
Welcome to the She Shed. Come and join the She Shed, yeah. Come and join the She Shed. Welcome to the She Shed, yeah. Welcome to the She Shed. Come and join the She Shed, yeah. Welcome to the She Shed.
My again, G-Way. Yay! Want to play it again?